Hi everyone, welcome back to my class. This is Rumana Ali. I hope you all are doing well. In today's class, I'm going to start a new lesson and the name of our lesson is Forests and Tribals. We all know that forest is a land where plants and animals are found. Forest is a beautiful place that is present on the earth. So many forests are present in our states too. And the people who live in the forest, they are called as tribals. So the people who lives in forest and who depends totally on forest for each and every need, that type of people are called as tribal people. There are so many tribes that are present in the different forests, in the different villages. So in this lesson, I'm going to explain you about main and most famous tribes. So firstly, we'll discuss about a tribe called Gondo Tribe, and the people belongs to this tribe are called as Gonds. This type of people, they live in a forest, especially at AhleBait district. So in AhleBait district, you may find some of the forests that are present, and in that forest, the people are living. They are depending on the forest for all their needs. So that type of people belongs to a tribe called Gondo Tribe, and they are called as Gonds. So Gonds are the men and women who lives in the forest, and this tribe can be found at AhleBait district in the different forests. They live in the forests that are present in the different districts, and their names, their habits, custom, tradition, language and the other lifestyles are totally different when compared to the other people. So let us see what they'll do and what are the different things that they do which makes them different from other people. So Gonds are the people who migrate to different forests. So the shelter that they are going to use, that is a simple hut. How they are going to make this hut? They'll be making the walls of this hut with the help of stones. They use thick and soft mud to make the surfaces of this hut, and the roof of this hut can be made by using bamboo sticks and forest grass. So in this way, they are going to make roofs and walls and even the surface of their hut. So in this type of hut, they used to live, and they collect different fruits, tamarind, honey from the forest. So they are totally depending upon the forest for their food and also for their shelter. Some of the Gonds, they used to do agriculture in the forest land. So when they engage in the agriculture, after the crop grows in a proper manner, after the harvesting of that crop, they celebrate one festival. They first distribute the crop to the village dietaries, and then they use that crop for their own purposes. So in this way, the Gonds are the people who lives in hut and who depend upon the forest products for their needs. And the women of this tribe, they decorate their puja room with the different colors. They make different pictures on the walls and on the surfaces of their puja room. They say their homes as the sacred one. So they do not allow anyone to enter into the houses along with the slipper. They always used to say the people to remove their slippers. Whenever they want to enter their hut, they need to remove their slippers because they consider their houses as the most sacred one. So they decorate their puja room with the colors and make these colors by using different plants. So they use many of the natural things to fulfill all their needs. And when any guest will come to their huts, they present fruits that are collected from the forest, and even they give tobacco cigar to their guests. So these are the different things that can be seen among the people belongs to Gonds tribe. And in a hut, different rooms are present. Different rooms for the ladies, for cooking purposes and also for puja. They make their hut in such a way that they make 2 to 3 rooms in that small hut. So like this, they make their own houses or they make their own huts in the forest to live and to provide shelter to their family members. And one fair is very famous, and the name of that fair is Nagoba Fair. This fair is celebrated in a grand manner by the Gonds. They celebrate this fair once in a year for 5 days. So for continuously 5 days, this fair is going to be celebrated by these people. In this fair, many people will visit to see the famous dance of the Gonds, and the dance which is presented in the Nagoba fair by the Gonds is named as Gusadi Men and Women. They were specially designed ornaments. They were specially designed jewelries that was made by the peacock feathers. So they use peacock feathers to decorate themselves, and they perform a famous dance called Gusadi. To see this dance, to watch the fair, many people arrives at AhleBait district, and they used to see the Nagoba fair and also watches the dance called Gusadi. So this is about one tribe, that is Gonds tribe. So Nagoba fair is an important fair of the Gonds which celebrated by these people every year. Nagoba temple is situated in Kesapur village at AhleBait district only. So at this place a fair it is going to be celebrated, and apart from the Gonds, many other people also visit and watch this fair and also enjoy the programs that were arranged by the different people of the tribe called Gonds tribe. तो एक ट्राइब है जिसका नाम है गोंड्स. ये वाला ट्राइब आदिलाबाद डिस्ट्रिक्ट के फॉरेस्ट में रहते हैं, और ये ट्राइब के जो पीपल होते हैं मैन और वुमेन, वो लोग फॉरेस्ट के ऊपर ही डिपेंड होते हैं हर चीज़ के लिए. जैसे कि हट बनाने के लिए भी ये लोग स्टोन्स की मदद से वॉल्स, थिक मड की मदद से सरफेसेस और बैम्बो स्टिक्स और फॉरेस्ट ग्रास की मदद से रूफ बनाते हैं हट का. और वो हट के अंदर डिफरेंट रूम्स भी प्रेजेंट होते हैं, जैसे कि है किचन फॉर कुकिंग पर्पस और पूजा रूम, और दूसरे जो रूम्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं उनके हट में वो लोग ये सारे रूम्स के सरफेसेस और वॉल्स को डेकोरेट करते हैं डिफरेंट पिक्चर्स ड्रॉ करके. ठीक है. और नगोबा फेयर एक ऐसा इम्पॉर्टेंट फेयर है जो एवरी ईयर सेलिब्रेट किया जाता है. ट्राइब के जो पीपल होते हैं वो लोग ये नगोबा फेयर सेलिब्रेट करते हैं. ये बहुत ही ज़्यादा ग्रैंड वे में सेलिब्रेट किया जाता है, और नगोबा फेयर में एक फेमस डांस होता है जिसका नाम है गुसाड़ी. और ये डांस करने वाले जो लोग होते हैं मेन और वुमेन, वो लोग स्पेशली डिज़ाइन क्लोथ्स पहनते हैं जो कि पिकॉक के फेदर से डिज़ाइन किए हुए होते हैं. वैसे वाले कॉस्ट्यूम पहनकर ये गुसाड़ी डांस किया जाता है नगोबा फेयर में. तो ये सारे चीज़ें हैं जो गॉन्स ट्राइब के जो पीपल होते हैं, जो ट्राइबल पीपल है, वो फॉलो करते हैं. ये लाइफस्टाइल है गॉन्स tribe के people का. Now we are going to study about another tribe, and name of that tribe is Chenchus. So the Chenchus are the group of people who live in Nalamala forest, which is situated in Telangana state, especially in Kurnool district. These forests are found, and the Chenchus are the people who live in this forest. These people speak Chenchu, which is the language, and this language is similar to Telugu. They worship forest as Adavi Thalli because they are totally dependent on forest for all their needs. They collect different fruits, honey, tamarind and other products from the forest, and even they hunt different animals. So in this way they are totally dependent on the forest, and they worship the forest as Adavi Thalli. They are experts in collecting honey. Chenchus are the people who can collect honey easily, so they are called as experts in collecting honey. And they hunt pigs and deer. So they hunt different animals that are present in the forest like pigs and deer, but they do not hunt any birds or any other small animals like rabbits. They hunt only these kinds of animals like pigs and deer for their own purpose. They collect the different products from the forest, like they collect different fruits, and they hunt different animals. They collect different plants and they extract different colors from that plants. All the different products are collected from the forest, and they sold that forest products in weekly fair. A fair held once a week. In that fair, many Chenchus, they collect different forest products and they sold in that weekly fair. So in this way they earn money, but they do not save the money. They do not totally dependent on money. They are dependent on the forest, and they live a life happily without saving money and without depending on other things. So in this way they are just dependent on forest for all their purposes, like for the food purpose, for their shelter, for their clothes, for everything they depend on the forest. And Chenchus are the people who, along with their relatives, lives in the forest or by constructing huts. So they construct huts and they live in that huts along with the relatives. So the people who are living in their huts, they are called as pentas, and many pentas together can form different villages. In each village a headman is present. Headman can be called as Pedda Manishi. So this headman says all the things. They instruct different things about the customs, traditions, and the other people follow all the instructions given by this headman. And this headman is only responsible to arrange different programs, to arrange different fairs and cultural programs in the forest. They are responsible to see the different problems which can be seen by the different men who are living along with their groups in a penta. So headman is responsible to see all the things and who provide the guidance to conduct all the different programs in the tribe. So this is about a tribe called Chenchu tribe. Tribals यानी ऐसे people जो forest में रहा करते हैं, तो डिफरेंट ट्राइब्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं, और एक ऐसा ट्राइब है जो नलामला फॉरेस्ट में रहता है और जिसका नाम है चेंचू. तो ये ऐसे वाले पीपल है जो तेलुगु की तरह लैंग्वेज बोलते हैं, और ये लोग टोटली फॉरेस्ट के ऊपर डिपेंड रहते हैं हर चीज़ के लिए. तो इसके लिए वो लोग फॉरेस्ट को वर्शिप करते हैं, और ये लोग हनी कलेक्ट करने में बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सपर्ट्स होते हैं, और डिफरेंट एनिमल्स को हंट करते हैं. डिफरेंट प्रोडक्ट्स जो फॉरेस्ट के अंदर प्रेजेंट होते हैं वो कलेक्ट करके वीकली फेयर में सोल्ड करके मनी अर्न करते हैं. लिविंग इन द फॉरेस्ट इन अ ग्रुप्स. सो ग्रुप ऑफ चेंचू इज कॉल्ड एज पेंटा. पेंटाज एक ग्रुप होता है पीपल का, उसके अंदर एक हेडमैन प्रेजेंट होता है जो सारे प्रोग्राम्स को अरेंज करने के लिए और गाइडेंस प्रोवाइड करने के लिए रहता है. सो दिस इज अबाउट another tribe called Chenchu which lives in the forest called Nalamala forest. Let us talk about Bon tribe. The people who belongs to this tribe, they are known as Bondu and Poruju, and they used to live in dense forest and also in the hilly region like hills of Aruku Valley in Vishakhapatnam. So they lives in these kind of areas, and they also present in the dense forest that are found in Odisha. The language which is spoken by these people, that is also totally different, and that type of language is called as Remo in Odisha, and they do not like to mingle with the people of towns. If any people enter their tribes, or if any people enters their villages, then they do not allow the newcomers. If they are going to enter, then they try to kill them with the poisonous arrows. So in such a way, they do not like to mingle with the people of town. They arrange a fair once in a week, and that fair is called as Hata. In this fair, the people, they exchange their products. The products which are collected by a group of people is going to be exchanged. Era also, they follow an ancient system, that is barter system, and they go for Jhum type of agriculture. The men of Gondo Tribe, they hunt different animals, and women, they go for agriculture. They cut the trees in a forest and takes up some of the land to do agricultural practices. Once they grow 2 to 3 crops in that particular land, they takes up that crops and they move to the another land. This type of cultivation, this type of farming is called as Jhum farming or Jhum cultivation. So these are the different things that can be seen in a tribe called Bon tribe, and the women of this Bon tribe, they are very famous for stitching clothes. They collect different threads from the forest, they weave that thread, dye that cloth, and even they use different mirrors to decorate that clothes. So in such a way, they are very famous to stitch the different clothes. So let us see the different steps that are followed by the women of Bon tribe to make the different clothes. Firstly, they used to collect the jute plants. After the collection of jute plants, they soak that jute plants in the water for 2 to 3 days, and after that they take out the threads of that jute plant, weave that threads on the loom, and after weaving is done, then they paint different colors to that cloth, and after this they dry that cloth under the sunlight, and after the process drying they stitch tiny and beautiful mirrors on that clothes. In such a way they make different and beautiful clothes by following this process. So this is about a tribe called Gondor Tribe. So up till we were discussing about the different tribes that lives in the different forests. Now we are going to see how the forests are benefit for us, how it provides different products to us. We all know that forest is a place from where we get different products, many different products that are very beneficial for the humankind. So let us see what are the different things that we get from the forest. Forest is a place which protects the soil from soil erosion. It prevents the soil erosion. That means the topsoil which is present, it is very fertile to grow different plants. So due to wind and rain, it can be washed off. But if the trees are present on that land, then the soil erosion can be prevented and the soil can be protected from soil erosion. The trees which are present in the forest, they gives fertility to the soil so that different crops can be grown over there, and the trees which are present in the forest, they takes in carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide which we exhale, that carbon dioxide can be taken by the different plants. If that carbon dioxide would not taken in by the plants, its percentage would get increases in the atmosphere, and if the carbon dioxide percentage gets increases, then it leads to global warming. Global warming means the temperature of the earth increases more than its average amount, and this leads to various problems. So in this way, trees are taking the carbon dioxide in and reducing the effect called global warming. Trees, they give food and medicines also, which are very beneficial and very much required by the humankind, and they gives us oxygen. Without oxygen we cannot survive. Oxygen is very important for the human survival. So human can survive only if the oxygen is present. So from where we get that oxygen? We are getting that oxygen from the trees, from the plants that are present in our surroundings. So in this way, plants and trees that are found in the forest, they are very important as they gives us oxygen, and they also promote rainfall. Rainfall can also be promoted by the presence of different plants and trees in our surroundings. These are some of the benefits that we get from the forest. There are many other benefits also that we get from the forest. So it's our duty, it's our responsibility to protect the different trees and plants, and even to protect the forest. And we have also studied that tribal people, they are totally dependent on forest. So if we washed away the forest to set up industries, to set up factories, then it leads to many problems, like global warming is one of the problems. And even tribal who lives in the forest, they would also face a lot of problems if we remove the plants and trees that are present in the forest. So usually nowadays the people, they are cutting down the trees. That is called as deforestation. So deforestation leads to many different problems. We should not go for deforestation. We are cutting the trees, we are going for deforestation to make furnitures, to set up industries, to set up factories, but it's not good to do the different things. We are destroying the forest from where we get the different products. If we want to take up all the benefits from the forest, then we should prevent deforestation. By preventing deforestation, we can reduce global warming and even the other problems that can be faced by the tribals. So in this way, it's our responsibility to protect the forest and to plant different trees. As the trees and plants are more beneficial for the humans, it's the duty of the human to plant different trees in order to acquire all the benefits that we can get from the plants and trees. Forest यानी जहाँ पर plants और trees present होते हैं, तो plants और trees ऐसे living things है जो हमारे लिए बहुत ही ज़्यादा beneficial है, क्योंकि प्लांट्स और ट्रीज सॉइल को फर्टिलिटी प्रोवाइड करते हैं, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को लेते हैं, हमें फूड्स और मेडिसिन भी प्लांट्स और ट्रीज में से ही मिलेंगे, ऑक्सीजन भी देते हैं। तो इस तरह से बहुत ज़्यादा प्रोडक्ट्स जो है हम प्लांट्स और ट्रीज से ले सकते हैं, जो हमारे लिए बहुत ही ज़्यादा फ़ायदेमंद होते हैं। हमें चाहिए कि ट्रीज़ को प्लांट करें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा और डिफॉरेस्टेशन को ख़त्म करें। डिफॉरेस्टेशन यानी फॉरेस्ट के जो ट्रीज़ होते हैं उसको कट कर देना फर्नीचर के पर्पज़ के लिए या फिर कोई और दूसरे पर्पज़ के लिए उसको कट करना है, इस चीज़ को हम डिफॉरेस्टेशन बोलेंगे। तो डिफॉरेस्टेशन रोकने से हम प्लांट्स और ट्रीज़ को भी बचा सकेंगे और उसके जो डिफरेंट प्रोडक्ट्स है वो भी हम इस्तेमाल कर सकेंगे। सो इन दिस वे वी शुड प्लांट डिफरेंट ट्रीज इन एनी स्पेस, and by protecting that plant and trees we can prevent deforestation and also we can get different products or we can get many benefits from them. So here the lesson forest tribals ends. I hope it's clear to you. I'll be back with a new lesson in the next session. So that's all for today. Thank you.